Your New York Jets just lost in devastating fashion in a primetime game against one of our division rivals, the New England Patriots. We led by 2 scores with 50 seconds to go. The Patriots scored a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. They then recovered an onside kick and scored this touchdown, winning the game. We will look to rebound in this game versus the Baltimore Ravens, who are 8-2. We are 6-4. These two teams are by far the 2 best rushing teams in the entire NFL. The Ravens are number 2, averaging 170 yards per game on the ground, and the Jets are number 1 with 185 rush yards per game. Justin Fields and Lamar Jackson, the top 2 rushing quarterbacks. Derrick Henry and Breece Hall are number 1 and number 6 when it comes to being the leading rushers in the league. The biggest difference between these two teams, their defenses. Our defense has been terrible, while the Ravens' defense has allowed the fewest yards in the NFL. Jets and Ravens may be at their best moving through the air, but not these Jets and Ravens. Which of these two teams will reign supreme on the ground? Justin Fields receiving a warm welcome here in Baltimore from the Ravens faithful before even taking a single snap in this one. On 3rd and 4, he'll get the ball out of his hands and into the hands of Garrett Wilson, who's down across the 50 at the Baltimore 49. Under center on 1st and 10. Breece Hall with a lane to run through, and he's going to go down at the 32. Great blocking up front. Good vision by Breece Hall leads to a big gain for New York. Fields to Mason Taylor. He'll fight through Humphrey and move the chains. Olu Fashion, who's shaken up on the play. They are calling it bruised ribs, but it looks like he'll try to play through it. He's already back in the game. On 3rd down, Fields with nobody open. It's a sack. That is Nnamdi Madubuike making the play. It's too far to go for it and too early to go for it on 4th down. So Harrison Mevis will kick the 40-yard field goal and make it. He is now 15 of 16 on field goal attempts this season. Lamar Jackson is 8th year in the NFL already. Out of Louisville, of course, the 2-time MVP award winner, has 29 total touchdowns this year and is averaging 247 total yards per game. Mark Andrews out of bounds at the 38-yard line. A shotgun on 2nd down. Lamar to Flowers. Zay Flowers, he has had an interesting year. Most snaps of any wide receiver on this Baltimore team, but he's 3rd in receptions among their wide receivers. Derrick Henry running for a 1st down on 3rd and 1, putting Baltimore in the red zone with under 2 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. Lamar looking, nobody open for him. It's a sack. Jalen Redmond, the ex-Dallas Renegade of the UFL/XFL, with his first sack of the year. I think it was actually the XFL at the time still when Redmond played for the Renegades. Lamar on 3rd down runs it in. A letdown by the New York defense. That is Lamar's 30th total touchdown of the season. The first touchdown for either side in this one, and the Ravens have the lead. Justin Fields on 3rd and long, spinning, leaving the pocket. Throwing on the move to a wide open man in Mason Taylor. He just sat down on the sideline and got left all alone. Justin Fields making something out of nothing. Could have been the end of a drive. Instead, it's still alive. Fields on another 3rd and long, checking it down to Breece Hall, and he can't turn around. He backs out of bounds, and the Jets are in no man's land, but it's too early and too far to go for it again. So this time they'll have to punt away. Austin McNamara, 2nd-year punter at Texas Tech, does a fantastic job. Get this one out of bounds at the 3. See, the Jets defense can force a safety. Run heavy look. Play action fake. Lamar surrounded in his own end zone. He's going to run for a 1st down and more. Up to the 22. Jets defense had a chance there at a sack in the end zone, but they left the running lane for Lamar. Something you just don't want to do. A shot down the field is intercepted. That is Tony Adams, his 2nd pick of the year. The 4th-year safety out of Illinois is going to shift momentum towards the Jets. A big-time play by him and a massive mistake by Lamar Jackson. The pistol look on 1st down after the turnover. It's a read option. Fields keeping it. Getting a block from Mason Taylor. He'll stiff arm a defender and make it into the end zone. Barely getting inside the pylon. Justin Fields with a 32-yard touchdown run, his 8th touchdown run of the year. A strong finish to the end of the run by the 6'3", 228-pound quarterback out of Ohio State. So the Jets on top. Lamar on 3rd and long, going deep into double coverage again for DeAndre Hopkins. It's not intercepted, but Lewis Cine and Sauce Gardner are going to force a punt on 4th down. Jalen Redmond shaking up and grabbing at his ribs after that one. Breece Hall, the 4th-year running back out of Iowa State, the Cyclone, is up to the 41. He is having a career year and is looking to continue to build upon that. A fake to him. Fields keeping it. And he's going to continue his good day on the ground. Sort of surprised with the way the Ravens defense has looked against these quarterback runs. They have a great running quarterback of their own. They should be well prepared for this, but they're not. Fields heaving up a prayer towards the end zone, and Mason Taylor is going to bail him out. The rookie tight end with his 4th touchdown of the year. And he'll put the Jets on top by 2 scores. I mean, Fields really just chucked that up. Hope that Mason Taylor would come back and make a play on the ball, and he did. So credit to those two for being on the same page. I know we tried something like that earlier in the year. I think it was against the Buccaneers on a 4th down. It didn't work out for us then, but it works out now. The Ravens driving, hoping to get some more points on the board before the end of the first half. They're at the New York 32, now at the 19 with under 20 seconds to go. Lamar to his right is undercut and intercepted. It is Tony Adams again, his 2nd pick of the half. Lamar trying to chase him down, and he will. All the way at the 5, though, the Jets are going to have enough time for 1 to maybe 2 plays. We'll see how aggressive they want to be. Lamar, what was the upside there on that check down? Not much. Should have just thrown it away. Fields to the end zone. It's a touchdown. Garrett Wilson catching the touchdown. And that is a 3-touchdown first half for Justin Fields as New York is on top by 16. Harrison Mevis is going to kick this one into the stands. Not even close on the extra point. Looks like a bad snap, the culprit for that one. So it is still a 2-score game as we get into the 3rd quarter. A triple option play. Fields is going to keep it running up to midfield. So the New York offense is going to keep on using Fields on the ground. Why not? Worked a lot in this one. A screen. Braylon Allen, lead blockers out in front of him. Roquan Smith getting off a block and making the tackle, or at least shoving him out of bounds at the 39. Man in motion, that is Jeremy Ruckert. And he'll help lead the way for another tight end on this team, Mason Taylor, who is having himself a big day. 90 yards on 4 catches, also has that big touchdown on that 3rd and 1 play. 3rd down here, Fields are going to throw another screen. Nobody open on it. He is just going to throw it away. So New York playing it safe. Don't know why the screens on that drive, and we're going to have to kick a field goal on 4th down. Mevis puts it up and through. Make him 2 for 2 on field goal attempts. And it's now a 3-score lead for the Jets in the 3rd. Lamar underneath the DeAndre Hopkins. He'll bounce off a defender and get a first down. DeAndre Hopkins in his career is averaging 5.4 catches per game. He's at 5 already here in the 3rd. Lamar running across the 50, and Jermaine Johnson the 2nd taking him down after a gain of 7. The Jets going with a 2-high safety look, so the Ravens will run it to punish that, and they'll move the chains. Lamar Jackson to the New York 37. Derrick Henry huffing and puffing in the backfield. He's a workhorse back, though, so he'll stay in the game. Lamar spinning off of Michael Carter the 2nd, not sliding, taking a big hit from a bunch of players at the 18. Including Sauce Gardner, who is injured after the play. They're calling it a forearm strain. He will not return to this one. So the Jets will have to hang on to the lead without him. Jackson scrambling again inside the 10. Hit hard by Jamal Adams at the 4. Lamar Jackson, 96 yards on the ground. That is a new season high for him. Previous high was 82. Derrick Henry off left tackle into the end zone. Career touchdown, 116 for him. He'll vulture a touchdown away from Lamar Jackson, who did a lot of the heavy lifting on that drive. Sure, the Ravens don't care that much, though. They're down by 2 scores. Fields on the move on 3rd and 1. Jeremy Ruckert with a first down, and it'll keep this drive going, allowing the Jets to get this into the 4th quarter. All up the middle, running into a brick wall. Roquan Smith with this stuff, and the Jets will have to punt it away on 4th down. Austin McNamara had a great punt earlier, and he has another good one. This one out of bounds at the 9. The Jets special teams, at least the punting, and the kicking has been good besides that one missed extra point. Quick pass to Mark Andrews, who shrugs off a couple of defenders. Had he been able to stay in bounds there, he could have gone a long way, maybe even scored. 2nd and inches, a quarterback run. Lamar throwing off his ex-teammate Brandon Stevens. And Lamar Jackson is over the century-yard mark on the ground in this one. 2 tight ends, a fullback, and a running back on the field for the Ravens. It'll be a play-action pass. Lamar deep to his left is intercepted. His 3rd interception thrown today. Lewis Cine down the sideline and out of bounds at the 7. That is the 1st interception of Lewis Cine's career. The former 1st-round pick of the Minnesota Vikings sets the Jets offense up. Can they take advantage of it? Fields on a designed quarterback run. Can't get in. Kyle Hamilton made sure of that. It'll be 4th and goal. And the Jets are not going to be very aggressive. They're just going to kick the field goal. So this is going to remain a 2-score game, but they do go up by 15. And remember, they are coming off a game against the Patriots where they choked it away. They were up by 2 scores and completely blew it. Here goes Derrick Henry bouncing off of multiple defenders. He is 6'3", 247, and his age 31 season, but he's still playing like one of the all-time greats out there. Up the middle, and met by Lewis Cine downfield. Great one-on-one tackle by the young safety who just got his first pick. It's going to be another Derrick Henry run. He's got his X Factor active. The Jets don't care, though. They will stop him in the backfield, and it will be 4th down. The Ravens, of course, have to go for it, down by 2 touchdowns. Lamar to a rookie wide receiver, open underneath. That is LaJonte Wester, the rookie out of Colorado, keeps his drive alive. Lamar running up the middle, and he'll have his legs taken out from underneath him at the 4. Time ticking off the clock, and the Ravens score before the 2-minute warning. Lamar to the end zone. It's an easy touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, he'll score this one, and the Ravens will just kick the extra point and make this a 1-score game. Under 2 minutes to go. The Jets can get a couple of first downs and end this one. Justin Fields reversing field, trying to make something happen. He's going to run and go down out of bounds. A mistake by him that will stop the clock and help Baltimore out. 3rd down. Fields to throw for Arian Smith, and the rookie receiver drops it. Another mistake late in a game made by him. And Baltimore, they have life. They get the ball back and have a shot to go down the field and tie this one up. Can the Jets defense get one stop? A pass to Derrick Henry out of the backfield. With a head of steam, he's across midfield. And they're going to rule him out of bounds at the New York 37. So the Ravens on the attack, needing a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this one up late. Andrews makes a catch outside the 10. He's down at the 11, in bounds, so some time will tick off the clock. There's 53 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Lamar to the end zone. Mark Andrews will hang on. His 10th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens will have a chance to tie it up with a 2-point conversion. It all comes down to this. Can the Ravens complete this 2-point try? Lamar to Andrews again in the end zone. And again, the Jets have blown a game late in the 4th quarter. We're all tied at 29. All the pressure on Justin Fields and this Jets offense. They have under a minute and all their timeouts to, at the very least, give Harrison Mevis a chance to win the game with a game-winning field goal. A pass underneath caught by El Nazar. That'll build a bit of confidence. Again, a 9. The Jets will use their first timeout of the 2nd half. 40 seconds remaining. Fields facing a 3-man rush is going to run up the middle, dive ahead to the 45 of Baltimore. 21 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. Another 3-man rush sent by the Ravens. A screen, Breece Hall getting a block. He is brought down from behind at the 35 of Baltimore. So the Jets, they are in range. It would be a 52-yard field goal from here. I'm assuming they want to get closer. Fields to his left for Mason Taylor. He gets popped and can't hang on to it. It is going to be 4th and inches with 10 seconds to go. The Jets are going to leave the offense on the field and go for it. It'll be a run, and the Ravens just let them pick it up. They had everybody back near the end zone. So New York getting closer for Harrison Mevis. He is 2 for 3 in game-winning field goal attempts this year. This one from 42 for the win. His kick is up, and the thicker kicker is going to help the Jets walk-off winners at the buzzer. They will defeat the Ravens 32-29 on the road. Despite them blowing it late, they end up getting the win in the end. We are 7-4 on the year. A good win to get, but not a bounce-back performance by any means. We still had a lot of the same issues we had in our previous game against the Patriots rear their head in this one. Our defense could not buy a stop, just like in the Patriots game, but instead of getting killed by big plays like we did in the Patriots game, we died due to 1,000 cuts in this one. Besides the takeaways, our defense was not good. The offense was very conservative, and in the end, when we needed a first down to end the game, we couldn't get it. In the Patriots game, it was the same situation. We tried running it in that one, couldn't get a first down. In this one, we tried throwing it, and we couldn't get the first down either. So a lot of improving we have to do, but we got the win, and that is what matters in the end. I have finally decided to upgrade Ben Portis. I have upgraded Scout's Honor to Tier 3. I know we can't use it right now. It'll be great to have it upgraded for next year, though. Ben Portis, not a defensive guy, but I have unlocked some defensive perks in Cover 4 Guru and No Fly Zone that we can be using the rest of this year if we want to. On to Super Focus Scouting. We are at that point in the season. So let's go over the 3 guys that I have selected for this, starting with cornerback JT Beckham. He is 6'2", 185, 21 years old, out of Michigan State, projected to go in the first or second round. He is a good to great athlete, and his skill set has some wide ranges. With him being a good athlete, if the skill set ends up on the higher side of the projections, he could be a really good player. If it ends up being on the lower side, then he's somebody we might want to avoid on draft night. Strong safety Dennis Hopkins is 5'10", 204, 22 years old, out of Washington, projected to go on day 2. He is a decent to good athlete, and this skill set may not wow you, even if it's on the higher side of the projections, but the safety class does not look very good, and he looks like he is going to be one of the better safeties in this class, even if his projections are maybe not the best. Defensive tackle Nick Larson is 6'3", 305, 21 years old, out of Wisconsin, projected to go on day 3. The physicals are awesome. The skill set seems too good to be true. If he's as good as he is now when we're done scouting him, then I think he's going to be a draft steal, and we will have to take him on day 2 and not just wait around and hope he's there on day 3. But we got to be for sure about him, which is why we are going to scout him some more. If the season were to end now, we would end the 14-year longest playoff drought in the NFL. But the season isn't over yet. Next up, the Atlanta Falcons. They are 5-6. The Falcons want to stay alive in the postseason race in the NFC. The Jets are hoping for their 8th win, which should be their most since 2015, when they won 10 games but missed out on the postseason. Michael Penix has missed 4 games this season, only playing in 7 so far. He's been good when healthy, the keyword being healthy. A runoff right tackle, that is Bijan Robinson. He's going to rip off a 26-yard play on the first play of the game and get Atlanta into New York territory. Penix facing a blitz, and Quincy Williams would bring him down. He's up to 4.5 sacks on the season. That is a new career high. 3rd and a mile for Michael Penix. The lefty is going to go deep to the end zone. One-on-one for Drake London, and I hate that animation, but it works out for us, and Sauce Gardner would end the opening drive of the game. Here is a look at Justin Fields' passing stats this year. He also has 576 yards and 8 rushing touchdowns to go along with them. Near midfield on 3rd and 5, under pressure, he's going to connect with Mason Taylor to move the chains, and Mason Taylor would suffer a bruised knee at the end of the play. He would remain in the game, though, and be out there with the ball, goal to go at the 1. We go play action. Fields could just run in himself. Instead, he's going to find Jeremy Ruckert on the back line. The 4th-year tight end out of Ohio State has his first career touchdown in the NFL, a special moment for him. Cross midfield again on a 3rd and 1. The Jets driving, but not for long. A.J. Terrell is going to beat Garrett Wilson in the spot, get the pick, and then beat Garrett Wilson to the end zone. A pick six for A.J. Terrell in Atlanta as they tie the game right back up, this time at 7. 2 minutes to go in the first half. New York got the 38 of Atlanta. A wide open man over the middle, and Garrett Wilson, who found the void in the defense, and is going to pick up 21 yards, putting New York in the red zone. A yard away from the end zone, we go play action again. Fields rolling out, firing to the end zone, and it's caught by Allen Lazard, his 30th career touchdown in the NFL, but it doesn't count. Unfortunately, Olu Fashanu, our left tackle, gets called for a holding, erasing that touchdown, and we would have to settle for a field goal attempt that Harrison Mevis would make, and he would put us on top 10-7 at halftime. Midway through the third quarter, 3rd and 7 at the 7. The pass is going to be deflected at the line and intercepted by Chuck Clark this time. A wild interception, and it's going to be another pick six for Atlanta. Their second of the game, and the Atlanta defense has done all the heavy lifting in this one. They have the lead all of a sudden. Trailing 14-10, late in the third. Fields at the 6 is going to bail in the pocket, throw to the end zone, and throw his 4th touchdown of the game. Just his second one to the Jets. And Allen Lazard's 30th career touchdown in the NFL puts us on top 17-14. Atlanta having their best drive of the day on offense. They go QB sneak. And Jamian Sherwood, he's going to stuff it. So it'll be 4th and inches. And Atlanta just brings out Younghoe Koo to put it up and through to tie the game at 17. We drive down the field, make it goal to go with under 2 minutes to go in the fourth. We call a speed option, and they have nobody to stop Breece Hall, who has his 11th touchdown of the year, and that puts us up 24-17 late. Atlanta, they had some time left, all their timeouts, and they managed to get in the Hail Mary range. And they do have Kyle Pitts, who may not be 6'7", but he is 6'6". And the throw to the end zone on the Hail Mary would fall incomplete. And New York is going to hang on to win 24-17, getting their 8th win of the year, their most wins in a season since 2015. This was our most well-rounded game of the year. We had a great game on defense for once, only giving up 3 points, 7 first downs, and 156 total yards. We were playing in their backfield, getting a decent amount of TFLs and sacks. Didn't have any takeaways, but that's okay. Our defense was awesome, and I'm hoping this could be the turning point in the year for them. Offensively, we had 2 giveaways that ended up being pick sixes. This would have been a blowout had we not made those 2 massive mistakes. But besides those, the offense was good. 401 total yards of offense. We were balanced. 34 passes, 32 runs. Picked up 25 first downs. So we were in control of the ball and we're moving it consistently all game long. We are going to be making a couple of changes to our starting lineup on defense. Lewis Cine has flat out outplayed Malachi Moore. I think our defense has looked better with Lewis Cine out there versus Malachi Moore. So Lewis Cine is going to start for us at free safety. I'm not giving up completely on Malachi Moore. He is a rookie and still developing after all, but he's going to take a back seat and not play quite as much as he has been. At defensive tackle, the snap count and stats are telling me that Derek Nottie has been horrible. He has played about 100 more snaps than our backups in Jalen Redmond and Leonard Tilway III, but the stats are showing that the other 2 have been better. So Jalen Redmond is going to start next to Quinnen Williams, and then we will have Leonard Tilway III be the 3rd guy that rotates in, and have Derek Nottie a distant 4th. He may be an 80 overall with star development, but he has been horrible. The Miami Dolphins are up next on our schedule. We did play them back in week 4, winning the game in overtime thanks to EA not being able to program AI logic in overtime. In the rematch, we have a couple of goals. One is for Mason Taylor to get 6 catches, and the other is to run for over 100 yards and score a touchdown as a team. It is expected to be a heavy rain game, which is going to impact the way that both teams play, and that means we should probably run the ball a lot like we always do, and maybe even run it more than usual. We'll see if we can beat them in the rematch, where they will likely have Tua and not Zach Wilson starting. Thanks for watching this one, and I will see you in the next one.